Hello and welcome to Exposed News Outlet, where we shed light on topics that matter most. I'm your host, Andrea. Today, we're exploring the grotesquely disturbing Minnesota slayings from a psychopath stalking Democratic lawmakers to execute them in a mentally disturbing and politically motivated manner, emboldened by the radical right-wing propaganda and lies, gaslighting America. As we navigate the complexities of our world, it's essential to stay informed and engaged. By subscribing to our channel, enabling notifications, and sharing our content, you're supporting our mission to provide thought-provoking insights and inspire positive change. Thank you for being part of our community. Also, for those of you who are able to or interested, I will link my GoFundMe below as I'm continuing to grow my platform and resources. Also, I'll link my social media links as well, so you can follow me on there as well and stay updated with all the latest facts. Thank you for being part of our community. Without further ado, let's get to the news. A 57-year-old man, Vance Luther Boelter, was arrested on Sunday for allegedly killing Democratic state lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband, Mark, while posing as a police officer. Just creepy and disgusting. Boelter also allegedly shot and wounded State Senator John Hoffman and his wife Yvette at their home a few miles away. It's also been revealed since that he had actually gone to two other lawmakers' homes in between those two shootings, but they were not at their residence at that time. So Vance Luther Boelter, the suspect in the murders of Minnesota State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband, was reportedly dressed in a police uniform and driving a vehicle that resembled a patrol car, Ford Explorer SUV with the emergency lights on it, and I believe a rack on the front. He wore a latex mask that disguised his identity, which I swear I actually saw a crime show, and this guy that robbed a bank wore the same exact. It was a very bizarre mask. That's why I remembered it. And they called the guy in the crime show the handsome bandit, even though it was a very creepy mask. But he wore the latex mask, held a flashlight, and had the emergency lights going on in the car with a spotlight. It was equipped with a bulletproof vest and weapons. Here's what we know about the incident. Disguised as a police officer, Boelter allegedly masqueraded as a police officer, allowing him to gain entry into the homes of the legislators. He wore a bulletproof vest, badge, and carried a taser-like weapon. Vehicle. Boelter's vehicle had emergency lights, which may have helped him convincingly impersonate a police officer. Evidence. A manifesto listing over 50 to 70 targets, including lawmakers and abortion rights advocates, was found in Boelter's vehicle. Papers related to the No Kings protest were also discovered, which he was tracking these down. Fox News had jumped on it immediately and tried to take these pieces of information and make it seem like it was some lunatic leftist, but it was actually an evangelical, like, nut job cultist, and he had been going to MAGA, even though that's irrelevant, to be honest. The fact of the matter is, this shouldn't be happening at all. It's deeply disturbing and heartbreaking, and the fact that people are just so desensitized, and Investigation. The FBI offered a $50,000 reward for information leading to Boelter's arrest and conviction, which I'm not sure if the lady got the reward or not, but a lady actually saw him in a ditch when the police were doing the searches, and it's just creepy. He was by the house or area she was leaving, and yeah. Authorities believe that the crime was politically motivated. Investigation and capture. Boelter was captured after a 2-day manhunt within the first 48 hours, with law enforcement agencies from across the state involved in the search. He was found near his home in Green Isle, Minnesota, and was taken into custody without incident. Boelter was armed when captured. Watch this clip.
Well, during that nearly 48-hour manhunt, a massive law enforcement presence assembled in Green Isle, where Boelter owns a home. Neighbors in that quiet community of just 600 say they couldn't believe this was all unfolding on their doorstep.
I didn't think he'd be dumb enough to come back out here.
But obviously he did. And today Joe McCoy spoke with a witness who spotted Boelter and helped police in his arrest. Joe joins us now live from Sibley County. Joe?
Well, Julie, down the driveway here is where this manhunt that involved nearly 200 law enforcement officers, including 20 SWAT teams, came to an end. It was in this meadow just before 8 p.m. last night when a woman named Wendy Thomas spotted Boelter and immediately alerted police. Thomas tells me, quite frankly, she could not believe what she was seeing. The 43-hour manhunt for Vance Boelter ended in one fateful moment.
Well, it had to have been about 8 o'clock when I saw him.
Wendy Thomas came to her neighbor Kevin Effort's home to get an address book about 1.7 miles away from Boelter's home. As she was pulling out of the driveway, she saw who everyone had been looking for.
He was walking in this grass, and once I realized that there was no other people here and there was no other vehicles, I started freaking out.
Thomas said Boelter then crouched down and she raced down the driveway to alert police.
Never would I have thought he was here. I'm still processing it. I'm shocked that it was him. I'm shocked that it all panned out the way that it did.
A lot of my friends here were really nervous about what was going on.
Kevin Efforts owns this property where Boelter was found. From the sky, you can see the path Boelter took as law enforcement says he crawled to them before being arrested.
And you can see where he crawled through, and they brought him out right here. And actually, there's water down in there. So he was crawling through the water.
Efforts and Thomas
He was walking down.
both knew Boelter and his family.
He was always pretty friendly.
Efforts says he had done handyman jobs for them.
He worked a lot. He told me that he worked for a couple companies, had a lot of different jobs. I just couldn't believe that he would do something like this.
This path in the meadow will hopefully be the start of the path to justice, as the small town of Green Isle may forever be changed by these 43 hours and one moment.
I would say most people out here don't even have to ever worry about locking their doors because everybody watches out for everybody. And now that'll change, I'm sure.
Wendy says throughout the day yesterday, it was her opinion that there was no chance that Vance Boelter was still here in Green Isle. So you can imagine the shock and the fear she felt when she spotted Boelter in the meadow. She says when she initially saw him, she thought maybe the man was part of the tactical teams that were going around searching the properties. But when she realized he was alone, she knew that most likely it had to be Boelter. Julie.
I can't even imagine. You know, we were saying throughout the day yesterday that the FBI was offering a $50,000 reward for whoever spotted him and helped them take him into custody. Did she have any thoughts on that? Any contact by the FBI?
Yeah, so I asked Wendy that question specifically during our interview. She says the FBI has not contacted her yet about that $50,000 reward, but she says she would accept it if it was offered to her.
Oh, well
Julie.
deserved. Absolutely well deserved. All right. So fascinating and horrifying all at the same time. Thank you so much.
Charges and motivations. Boelter faces charges of second-degree murder and attempted murder. Authorities believe that the attack may have been politically motivated. It was politically motivated, with Governor Tim Walz characterizing it as politically motivated assassination. A list of public officials, including their addresses, was found in Boelter's vehicle, suggesting a broader target list. And of course, they were all Democrats and abortion rights advocates. Boelter's background. Boelter previously served as the director of Praetorian Guard Security, a Minneapolis-based security firm which may have facilitated his acquisition of tactical gear and impersonation of law enforcement. Boelter has links to evangelical ministries and claimed to be a security expert with experience in the Gaza Strip in Africa. He ran a security service called Praetorian Guard Security Services LLC and claimed to have worked in security situations in Eastern Europe, Africa, North America, and the Middle East. Boelter's online presence suggests that he may have held extreme views, but it's unclear if he had a direct connection to the lawmakers he targeted. Watch this clip.
Maybe dead shortly. So I just want to let you know that I love you guys both, and I wish it hadn't gone this way. I don't want to say anything more and implicate you in any way, because you guys don't know anything about this. But I love you guys, and I'm sorry for all the trouble this has caused. He was a loving, caring guy, loved his family, loved his friends, and loved God, and I don't know why he did what he did. It's not Vance. No one will believe this. No one that grew up. He had lots of friends, trust me. I wish I could have been there to stop him.
Aftermath. Senator John Hoffman underwent surgery after being hit with 9 bullets and is recovering. His wife was actually hit with 8 bullets and is recovering as well. This incident has sparked concerns about political violence and safety of public officials. Governor Tim Walz emphasized the need to recommit to the core values of the country and reject violence as means of dealing with political differences. Imagine a world where facts matter and critical thinking is the norm. Together, we can make that vision a reality. Join our community of critical thinkers by subscribing to our channel, and let's create a better future for all. I want to thank you for supporting my channel and watching this video to the end. If you could go ahead and drop a blue heart in the comment box below so I know that you watched till the end. Also, if you haven't already, please like this video. It really helps out a lot. And be sure to subscribe to our channel and select all so you get all the latest updates and notifications on my new videos. Together, we can work towards a better future and a better tomorrow. Thank you once again, and as always, be kind to yourself and be kind to others.